So here we are, a meeting of homemakers. I used to be a member home ec back in school. Let's talk about true homemakers, those who pay attention to the atmosphere of their lives, homemakers. So when this topic of home and radiance was part of our consideration this week, I thought of the song from The Wiz. Anybody else remember the song Home sung by Diana Ross? When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing, home and radiance. Then she goes on to say, I wish I were there with all that's changing, and then realizing home was within herself. As I consider this experience of creating home, I realize that when I leave 831 West 5th Street, I go out the door, I still carry home with me. When I leave Sunrise Ranch, I still carry home with me. We speak about being a lighthouse in the world, a radiant expression, a spark that lights other people's lights on fire. We take it with us. Home is not a place, it's an experience. It's a place of safety, nourishment. I love the song Sanctuary. Make me a sanctuary. What's the difference between a sanctuary and a home? Not a whole lot. I've spoken many times about being in the mother house. When I was a young girl, the mother house was where the nuns were trained to be before they got their final vows. But the whole place just had a vibe of intentional sanctuary. And it just has stayed with me 50 years later, still here present, and I can just think about it and touch it. So while we're speaking about home, my experience of home is the result of creating home is the radiance that comes from that home. I grew up in a house, Buffalo, New York, 6 people, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 900 square feet. Everybody did. It was not unusual. But I was thinking about the experience of home I had there, which was also the experience most people had, was with so many kids, you shared bedrooms. And obviously we all shared a bathroom. And how the place I knew home the most in that experience was around the kitchen table, when we sat together and shared dinner together. But I also realized it was one of the reasons I always went to church every morning, not because there was a religious experience, but because there was enough quiet there that I could find home within myself. It was a sanctuary for me to create and be nourished by the atmosphere that was there. Anybody else here share a bedroom with your sibling growing up? It was never really your space. It was shared space. And if they were in there, you had to accommodate them and they had to accommodate you. No one had to accommodate me. I mean, I was precious. But I barely spent any time in there because it never felt like home or sanctuary. But I was determined to find a place where I could generate atmosphere myself and trust it, where there would be nourishment and connection to the divine, so that love overflowing, so that the radiance, the lighthouse that I was designed to be, was strong and became a sanctuary other people could find. Anybody ever come to your house and feel, wow, this is a wonderful place to be? And then to have their lives change just because they're in your presence? That's the experience of home being shared, so that the radiance of your love invites people to know that's within them too.